Hello, welcome back to West Brom Fan TV. Now today we're summarising our first month of the season and just giving a review of the whole thing pretty much. The away days, the results, the performances. So let's get started. And we're not going to talk about pre-season as well because it was pretty depressing and it's not the actual competitive league season. So start off with QPR away. I think all our expectations were that we're probably not going to get anything on the opening day. We never usually do, but what a performance. Josh Maja, hat-trick, seems to be some player we've got on our hands, and also just being able to come back from that position and not seeing the heads drop. I think that showed what we had to come from the get-go. It was just such a great performance. Fellows was on fire. QPR as an away day as well. I want to talk about that. It's fantastic when you go to London, isn't it? There's so many pubs. It's a bit expensive, but there's just so much there. There's a reason that it's the country's capital. It's just a fantastic city, isn't it? And loved every second of it. Plenty of Guinness. QPR, I think QPR's old sponsors was Guinness, so it was literally everywhere as well. So you couldn't escape a Guinness at that stadium, and it was just a top day out, a top result. Moving on to a day which wasn't as good, Fleetwood. It was a long trek. It wasn't how I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a nice sandy beach or something, but it was, yeah, it was quite bleak and quite depressing, to be fair, as well as the game. Yeah, not the best at all. And also the chippy, they closed it after the game. What are you doing? Everyone wants to go out and have a chippy. Lost some great business there, but the performance, it wasn't the greatest. Saying that, there was a lot of players making their debuts, a lot of young kids. It was just kind of a test type of thing, getting some competitive minutes in the legs. It was 2-1 to Fleetwood in the end. Fleetwood looked pretty decent, and I think that showed from how they've been playing in the league. They've not been doing too bad, to be fair. They are a team that were relegated down to League Two, so they are going to be wanting to go back up. But yeah, it was a disappointing one, and looking at that now, Fleetwood have carried on progressing, and now they've got Stoke in, I think, round 3 of the competition. So look back on it, it is a bit of a missed opportunity. But saying that, we're focusing on the league, I guess. We've also got the FA Cup to come. The next game is Leeds. I think we did really well to hold them off and basically make them seem pretty average. They've got some quality players, as we've seen. I think it's a good job we played them at the time that we did, because they kicked on after playing us, really, and started to get some wins on the board. I think that Fellows was yet again fantastic. Bartley as well, Ajayi, those two at the back were superb, as well as Hegum. Hegum's been quality. That whole back line's been quality. Furlong as well, starting to make some decent runs. Thought it was just impressive that we made them seem pretty average and non-threatening. Could have even nicked it as well. I think we had the better chances. We had the more clear-cut ones. Leeds had a close header, but we had a couple of moments where someone had the ball on the edge of the box and they had time, they had space. They could have picked the spot, but it just didn't come of it. So a 0-0 draw was all right. It's a good result against the top side. Off next to a ground that we don't usually get a lot of results at, Stoke City away. I mean, I did the video for that away day, and yeah, there's not a lot around that stadium. The city's quite far away. It's quite a walk to get to. For your drinks and your food and stuff like that, but they've done a lot better job in moving that away end. There was a lot more of energy I felt in the away end, and it kind of, I felt like the noise we were creating was bouncing a lot more around their stadium, and also safe standing, fantastic. There was also outside kiosks, which I've never seen at Stoke, to be fair. Usually they treat us like rubbish because they hate us, but it was a big improvement, to be fair. So fair play to them for that. Had some doner meat and chips, which is a rarity. You don't get that usually outside of a stadium, and it was pretty decent. The game itself, I think, it was a good result. Looking back on it now, we got quite lucky because Stoke had some good chances, and I think they are quite a good side this season. I think they're going to be pushing for playoffs. They've got some quality players, like that Lewis Kumas is awesome, proper dangerous attacking player. And the keeper's pretty good as well, Johansson. He came from Rotherham. He basically kept them in the league about 2 seasons ago. So that just shows his quality. But let's talk about the Albion now. We got the job done yet again. Fellows was absolute magic. 2 assists, just split open the Stoke City back line. Madger in the goals as well. A beautiful one-touch finish to win the game. It just shows how he's came on as a player, the confidence to do that. I mean, last season we didn't really have a player who was able to do that, and that's why we didn't really offer a lot in them playoff semis. I think if we had a striker, it might have been a bit different. Grant scored as well, a superb header to kick off the game. I think it was quite early on to put us 1-0 in the lead. He looks a lot hungrier this season, which is great to see. That's all we've wanted from him. And he's got a bit of quality to back it up as well now. So he's got quality and hunger. And as a whole, you love to see it. And his pace, you can actually see his pace now. He's always been raved about, but we've never really saw much of it since he's been at Albion. But he's been absolute revelation of a player. Game ended 2-1, and Lewis Kumas, like I said, Stoke, we got lucky. Stoke should have had, that Lewis Kumas should have had a hat-trick. He scored the equaliser for them in about the 20th minute, I'm pretty sure. It was straight after we went 1-0 up. They went up the other end and scored. A lovely finish. He hit the post twice, though, as well. So, like I said, Palm was beaten. And they also missed an open goal off his first chance, which he hit the post, which was just... I don't know how he missed, to be honest, but we're glad he did. But yeah, a good result. It was one of them games which... last season, we would not have been getting the look in at all, which is just fantastic to see, really, because it's nice to get a bit of luck for once as an Albion fan. Off next to, I think, the final game, August period, which was Swansea City at home. We absolutely annihilated them, to be fair. We should have won about 5 or 6-0, to be honest. Saying that, Swansea had chances, and Palmer was big and strong, coming out his goal, commanding his box as he does when their number 10 had the ball inside the box. Like, literally, if Palmer had left that any later, he'd have probably buried that. But no, straight out, spread himself big, got a leg out and nicked that ball away. It was a fantastic save. We just played really well. I think it was Furlong as well made a really good tackle. I'm pretty sure, quote me if I'm wrong, it might have been Bartley or Furlong made a sensational tackle when it looked like they were in a dangerous area. But anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about the goal. A 31 pass move, finished off by Jason Malumbi with Madger getting the assist. Just shows you again how far we've came on since last season. I mean, I see a lot of podcasts saying that we're a weaker side than last season. I think a lot of them need to have a serious look at themselves, look at the signings we've made, and look at how we're playing on the pitch. Really, it's way better. Carlos has really, but he's a tactician. He's really been studying throughout the not the international, you know what I mean, the summer break. He's really been studying a game plan, and it's working pretty well, to be fair. Especially now we've got a clinical striker in Madger who just seems, whenever he shoots, he'll score. It's just been fantastic to see, really. Sorry about that, I'm yawning. Who knows where we're going to end up this season, honestly. I'm still going to keep level-headed and say playoffs, but it would not surprise me if we went up automatically how we played in these first few weeks. Like I said, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. So yeah, that's August pretty well rounded up. Also, at the Swansea game, I don't think Connor got this on the video, but the Jameson van was in town. Very good. Basically give you free drinks and a tour of this bus type of thing. It was brilliant, which is great. More of that, please. More free stuff in the fan zone. But yeah, that is August summed up. Overall, signings we've made have been quality. The performances on the pitch have been quality, and we just need to keep that up now, moving into a very short September period. I think there's only 3 games. So on to September, we've got Portsmouth, Plymouth Argyle and Sheffield Wednesday. Portsmouth and Sheffield Wednesday are both away matches, so always going to be even tougher. I think we should beat Plymouth. I don't want to jinx things, but looking at how weak they are, we should beat them. I expect... I don't expect anything from Portsmouth. They look like a quality side, and they haven't got off the mark yet. So it wouldn't surprise me if they beat us. But I do expect something against Sheffield Wednesday, because they've been pretty poor from what I've seen. Anyways, that's a roundup of August. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know it wasn't the most exhilarating video, but content is content. We should have a video, it won't be out tomorrow, it'll be filmed tomorrow, of a bit of a non-league type of thing. Me and Connor thought it'd be a good idea, you know, we should promote non-league, especially when Albion aren't playing, because it is what makes this game so special, and yeah, it needs to be funded. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Up the Albion, come on you baggies, and yeah, lots of videos this week. Bosh.